Welcome to 6ABC's Weekend Extra, paid for by Mainline Health. Here's Jessica Boynton.
Hello, and thanks for joining us on 6ABC's Weekend Extra. Social distancing is playing a major role in personal safety and health during the COVID-19 pandemic, but the effects of this alone time and all of this extra alone time can present mental and behavioral complications, especially for seniors who might be living alone. So with us today, we have Brian Duke. He's the Director of Senior Services at Mainline Health. Brian, thank you so much for joining us.
It's great to be with you today, Jessica.
So how does social isolation affect overall health?
One of the first things I think we need to think about is that isolation can exacerbate loneliness, and loneliness can also drive isolation. And so that relationship between those two is so important to keep in mind. The National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine will tell us that somebody who's socially isolated, particularly an older adult, will have problems perhaps with depression and anxiety. It may exacerbate mental health issues that a person may be living with already. And it can affect their physical health as well. As a matter of fact, studies have shown that it could have the equivalent impact on somebody as cigarette smoking and impact their health in a negative way. So.
Wow, that's incredible, especially if it's comparable to cigarette smoking. That's a lot. Are senior citizens impacted differently?
We have to consider the older adults in our lives that we love and some of the changes they're experiencing in their own life over the years. So they may have retired and experienced a transition away from their work community and their work friends. They may have an illness or injury that are keeping them at home more often. And each of these contributing factors build on one another and can create a more likely occurrence of isolation and loneliness for the older adult.
What are some things that caregivers, friends, and family can do for seniors to combat effects of loneliness during social isolation?
The one piece of advice we can give is stay connected. If it's a neighbor, go knock on their door and do a visit 6 to 10 feet away, stand at the edge of the porch, stand in the driveway, just check in with them and say hello. Family, friends, and those who are closer, if the older adult is using social media, use that to have those connections more frequently. If they're not, give them a call on the telephone, talk to them about what's important in their life, give them assurance of how important they are in your life. The people can also research opportunities that may be available online. A lot of religious communities right now and faith communities are offering programming online. Look towards area agencies on aging in the local communities. These are all examples of things one can do and family and friends can help an older adult do to stay connected.
So how is Mainline Health helping seniors stay well mentally, physically, and even emotionally during this time?
First, we continue to offer high quality, safe services for all conditions that impact the health of an older adult. And the second is we do have a senior care line that's available. We have a social worker on the line that's available to talk to people who call. That number is 484-580-1234. And then the third thing is to just give a message of assurance out there that we're working very hard always to make sure the safety of the patient is number one. And so we make sure our employees are screened, that they're practicing good practices right now so that when a person comes to get health care, they can be assured of the safety of the environment, the safety of the people that are taking care of them. I think that's a very important thing to know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Brian Duke, Director of Senior Services at Mainline Health, thank you so much for joining us today.
Pleasure being with you. Thank you.
Yes, and we'll never underestimate the power of a hug again. 6ABC and Mainline Health are proud partners of Well Ahead Philly. For more information on ways to access care in the wake of COVID-19, please visit wellaheadphilly.com. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe and go check on someone you love.